Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to episode 2 of PatD Asks. I know, listen, hear me out. I know that in the pilot episode with Jeff, I said, all right, I'm going to do this weekly or bi-weekly, one of those two things. And now it's been 4 or 5 weeks since the last one. You know what? I'm going to own up to that. That is completely my fault. I'm new to this, and so I wanted to make sure I was doing it right. And so just kind of trial by doing was the situation I was in, with downloading the first video and editing and cut. Anyway, details. The point was I had a lot to learn. I have a lot still to learn, but it took me a while to get that one out because I was learning while I was doing. I'm still going to be learning while I'm doing, but I should be faster on this one. So I'm going to get PatD Asks Elliot. That's the name of this episode. We get PatD Asks Elliot out quicker than I got PatD Asks Jeff out. And I will make sure to be on top of actually doing the live interview. I still don't know if I'm doing it weekly or bi-weekly, but that will at least be on time. It will always be on Sunday afternoons. And then for the edited version, for the podcast, those may be a little bit delayed just as I'm, still learning. But I'll start getting faster and faster and being able to turn them out quickly. Hey, Jeff, welcome back to the stream. Thank you for joining. I was just introducing the episode, telling everyone what's been going on. Who are we interviewing today? Today, I'm talking to Elliot Hart. Elliot Hart is a very, very lovable giant of a man who I met at the Gathering last year. He did not make it to PatD 1 in April, but that's okay. I understood. He had circumstances, but he's coming to PatD 2 in April 2020, and that's what matters, okay? So I get to talk to him in this interview, of course, but I really can't wait to see him in person. He's really just a wonderful, great, awesome person, great hugger, and one of the few people who makes me feel tiny, because Elliot is like, who could I compare him to height-wise? Elliot's like the Statue of Liberty. Imagine getting a hug from Lady Liberty. You know what I mean? Like that can't be beat. And you can't buy that. You just got to find you an Elliot. And that's hard. They're not everywhere. So anyway, as soon as Elliot joins, we're going to start this interview. We've had some technical difficulties, which is why we're running a bit late on the stream here. But hopefully things start going now. We started a live just about 3 or 4 minutes ago, and Elliot was in it. He was commenting, but Instagram wasn't recognizing him as a viewer, so I couldn't select him as someone to stream with. You think you're her? Hey, Elliot, I think you're... No, it still just says Jeff. Let me try this. I'm going to send you an invitation. I can't send you an invitation. It's like maybe you have some setting that doesn't let you go live. Here, I'm trying. I'm sending you this invitation. I had to manually type you in. But maybe this will work. It'll probably pop up in your DMs. In the meantime, while he's waiting on that, let's see. What other news do we have? The free thing expired last night. I probably should have started this stream with an announcement of who the winner was, but I haven't even determined who the winner is. I got to put all the names in the hat, scramble it. You saw the last video. If you didn't see the last video, why aren't you watching my videos? Anyway, I'll make a video showing the winner of the last free thing. That was the ugly fanny pack, which I personally was really proud of, and I think I actually am going to order one for myself. So if you missed out on that, sorry, your fault. And I'll announce the next free thing as well while or during that video. So I'll probably put that out tomorrow at the latest. It may get done today. I'm not sure. Kind of have a busy schedule. But let's see. All right, Elliot. It sent an invite to watch it, but not join. But guess what? Here, and I can add you now. But do I see your video? It says waiting for Elliot Hart 55. I hope this works this time. I can hear you. I can see you. Bruh, I
It
totally
worked.
called it. I was like, he gonna be in a beanie. He got long hair.
Rude. Same.
Oh, it's even longer. Okay, you tressing. I see
There we
it.
go.
I see it. What's
Yeah,
up,
it
Pantene Pro V?
randomly. What's up? So it sent like it was suggested that I request to be in your video, and that's what I sent. I can't request it though. It just randomly popped up. So yay, it
Yeah,
worked.
no, no problem. Something got messed up. It's not. It's neither of our fault for once. So
That
we're good to
hey.
go.
Oh
So
God.
you're at a party. I called you out. I called you
Yeah.
out because you told me that you were about 4 shots in, and you were
Eh,
having trouble with the Instagram Live thing. And I wondered. I was like, is it Elliot's fault?
It just wasn't showing. I think it was like thinking join the video meant like actually watching it, joining instead of actually joining in. And I was like, ah. I got a personal message from
Right.
PatD the Dragon like, hey, watch their video, join watching it. And I was like, ah, that's not it, fam. But all right.
Yeah. Well, you have to be watching it before I can invite you to join, which is how it
Yeah.
works.
Okay.
So it's whatever. I
Bitches,
think
pretty
that's
much.
stupid, right? Bitches,
Bitches.
bitches, bitches.
Mm.
What's in the cup, Elliot?
Right now we switched from morning mimosas to vodka and I think cranberry juice.
Just switched from morning mimosas to vodka and cranberry juice,
Yeah,
which
I
is
don't know
just the
these people
Russian
either.
mimosa. You know,
Yeah,
it's fine. It's
honestly,
still
Mike.
a mimosa.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
still
know these
brunch.
people. I got brought along by Bill Matlock and
Ah,
to a friend's place. Like, he was like, hey, they're throwing a dink surprise party, and they said you can come, so he could. And anyways, I'm here,
you're here. I can
and I'm
kind of
in their
hear the
office. It's
party going
beautiful.
on.
Yeah,
Yeah, but no, it's
hopefully it's
not.
not too loud.
No, it's not too loud. It's fine.
Perfect.
No, you're good. We can hear you great. Um,
Mm.
Bill Matlock. I haven't met Bill yet. Hope to someday. You should probably convince him to come to PatD
I'm
too.
trying to drag him along because I'm going to be driving there from Phoenix. I'll be bringing my
See,
car.
you're gonna
Yeah.
want a road trip buddy or a caravan or something.
Pretty, yeah, I'm like, yo, bring that JCW, but I think you might just come with and then meet. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I gotta talk it over. I gotta convince Vincent to come. I was like, hey,
Make it happen. I
come.
need this one to be huge. I want this one to be huge because the last one was so good with 50 of us, right? And I was like, yo, this is lit. I want more.
That's true. Because I went to the one that last November,
Yeah, you went to the
and
gathering.
the Gathering before it was the Pride of the Dragon, and it was I loved most of it. It was absolutely amazing,
It was
and
great. We had a good time. We had
yeah,
a good time. The
there was
gathering
the
2 or the next gathering happens in 2020. Um,
okay.
it was supposed to be annual. It ended up being
Yeah,
semi-annual, but that was because I was just lazy all summer and I didn't plan it. All spring and summer.
that's fine.
Um, but I've planned a
Bless
lot
my
of it,
heart.
and I'm not gonna get no details. But you don't want to miss it. It's lit. That's it. That's it. That's all I gotta give you. Um,
Nice.
that's it. So let's do this.
So
I'm gonna get you back to your party. I told you I'd be about 30 minutes of your time. I have a
you
few
good?
questions here, very hard hitting questions. Okay, stuff that's gonna
Okay.
bring out the truth in
Okay.
anyone.
All right.
Okay, okay, and just relax and let me in.
Um, no comment.
Just give the people what they want, Elliot. Okay.
I can do that.
All right. Hard hitting question number 1.
Mm.
What is your name, and where do you live?
My name is Elliot Hart, and
Mm-hmm.
I live in Chandler, Arizona, which is Phoenix, Arizona. I'm still figuring it out.
Chandler, Arizona is Phoenix, Arizona. Is it one of those things where like Chandler's in the Phoenix metro area?
Yes, I'm just figuring out
Gotcha.
what a metro area is. So,
Why? Where are you originally from?
I'm shit. I'm originally from Anchorage, Alaska.
Uh-huh.
And born and raised, and I moved down like 5 weeks ago because
Yeah.
like cars so much that I want to be in a place that I could drive them year round. And
Right.
yeah, my mom's convinced it's for someone, no matter how many times I tell her. And I was like, nope, I'm actually like really into cars, and it's crippling to any. Anyways,
Right. Right.
yeah,
I can understand how that can
it's
be,
just hilarious.
suppressing.
Yeah, I was just like, Mom, I'm good. Like,
So this is your first big city that like, and Phoenix isn't a
yeah,
huge city, but Phoenix is big enough to where there's a metro Phoenix area. And that's
exactly.
basically, you know,
Because there's
cities
like
that
Chandler and
surround a big city.
Scottsdale. Exactly. I
Mhm.
never understood that.
Mhm.
And then they're like, it's different from like subdivisions, stuff like that. They're like, it's actual cities, and they've got their own little bar scene and stuff. And I'm learning. I'm learning. It's
Yeah.
cool. I've only been here like 2 weeks total out of that time. So it's like, I'm learning.
Yeah, I remember talking to you a little bit while you were on your trip down, your drive down 5 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
You were in West Bumfuck, Canada.
It was
Like
mobbing.
there were bison everywhere. Every video you sent me
There were so many bison.
was a field of bison, and it was just like it was their freeway, and you had to, rightfully so, you were crawling through, going real slow, like
Hmm.
making sure you didn't hit
I
a
was like,
bison
I
because they
see
were
you.
bigger than your car. You were in the 2 series, one
They
series,
were one series. Thank you.
one series, OG. But yeah, they were bigger than the car. I'm I'm probably gonna put them in this video when I edit it because there were a couple that were hilarious. There's one where you're
Oh
like
no.
crawling through or whatever, and you see a bison, and you're like, "Hey, bro, you like N54s?"
And then I do a poll.
And then you do a pull.
And missed the fuck out of
Like
second
Radley, you
gear.
missed
I
that
missed
shift
second gear
for like
so
5 years. It was like, what? And here
like,
you
we
are.
tested the rev limiter.
Here you are
Yeah.
messaging me 3-4 weeks later, like,
Oh, shit.
I just don't know what happened. It got me all the way here. And now I need a head gasket. Like, why would it do
Don't
this to
bring
me?
that up. Listen. Oh my god, I forgot about that. Oh,
Why?
you're not supposed
Why
to
is
put
my
those dots
car
together.
broken? Why is my car broken?
What happened?
It's okay. I'm gonna call you out because I have receipts. Just there are a couple of people in the group who have receipts on me and my car maintenance. So I just gotta work to not piss them off.
I had
But
just
then there was
done.
another video. Hold on one moment. There's another video. Once again, passing through a random field of bison.
Yeah.
And you look
Oh
over
no.
with the camera
No,
and you
no.
go,
You don't have to show this.
to show it. Yeah. They
Oh
fucking.
my god.
They fucking.
I mean, they were fucking, but
The fact that, but well, I think what made it funny for me, because my humor's weird, is that you said it twice, as if confirming it. Like somebody had asked you, "Are they fucking?" You were like, "They fucking."
well, I
They
was just
fucking.
like, nah, and then I was like, oh, they fucking. Like, it escalated from I was like, nah, and then I was like, oh shit.
That's actually happening. So Canada
Like,
just has bison procreating on the side of the highway, and that's just a thing that you have to see.
there were like 3 herds I had to stop for, and then like 7 herds of caribou. They weren't fucking, but they were still in the way.
They weren't fucking, but they were in the way though. It's just as big a
Yeah,
problem.
but the bison were way more interesting.
You should have like Hunger Games one down, like strapped that to the top of the fucking
Dude, just brought it
one
through.
series.
Like,
Yeah,
you
you
bringing
could have
anything from
bison
Canada
burgers
through?
for months.
I'm like, nah, bro. I had this when I left Alaska. I'm just bringing it through Canada, come through Montana. Nothing to see here, Border Patrol.
Nothing to see here. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. All right. So you're originally from Anchorage. Wait, what were you gonna say? You were gonna say something about you had done something. I'm sorry.
I don't think I
Okay, then it doesn't
honestly,
matter.
I think I've forgotten. Yeah.
Honestly, Mike, I
Honestly,
can't do
Mike.
it. I can't do an Australian accent. Every year around January, when the Bathurst 12 Hour comes on TV, and I listen to
Okay.
12 hours of Australian commentators, I think I might could do an Australian accent, and I can't, and I humble myself again, and I just let it go.
Shit. You'll get
So,
there.
Elliot, tell me about your childhood. What kind of child were you in Anchorage, Alaska?
Um, I was a quiet kid, I
Mm-hmm.
guess. I was in ROTC in high school,
No
so
way.
no friends, no friends. And
In
I
your
didn't really
fucking
like,
uniform every Thursday.
I was cute. I was always, of course, the like tallest kid in the class, but I was just awkward. I don't know. That wasn't my main defining feature.
You weren't thick yet.
I wasn't
Oh,
thick yet.
you got to get thick when you tall. Two C's. Everybody got to be thick. Two C's.
Oh, I was fat and like with an F.
Oh,
And that followed me all the way through high school, and which is fine. It kept me quiet, kept me humble and stuff.
yeah.
I always outside of school though, I started working on my dad's Camaro 73 Z28 when I was like,
Wait,
I
which
don't know.
ones were the split bumpers? No, the split bumpers were later
No, no,
than that,
no.
right?
You
No?
good. The Z28 wasn't the split bumper, but it was the same generation, second generation.
Okay.
Yeah. Everyone asked every single time, still ask. Like, it was like
Because
when I
they're
tell them
so
about my dad's
sexy.
Camaro, they were like, split bumper? And I was like, no, but it still
No,
matters.
still awesome.
It's my embodied childhood, but, just insult it.
No. Please.
So that I started working on that, or my dad started introducing me to cars when I was like 5. He had just a stack of Chevrolet high performance magazines, or I guess 2 stacks next
Yeah.
to his bedside, and so I just started going through them. The second I started to be able to read, and read all of them, and like even for
Yeah.
Christmas when I was like I think it was when I was 6 or 7, my grandma got me a magazine subscription to Hot Rod magazine, and it was
Yes.
like the best Christmas present ever. And I've had a subscription to them since then.
That's interesting because I don't think you don't have any American cars in the stable right now, do you?
I do. I still do, technically.
Technically.
We'll get to that later, I think.
Okay, yes. I'll ask you that question later. All right. Bet.
Yeah.
Don't let
So
them know that I gave you the questions in advance. This is supposed to be hard hitting and catching you off guard. Shit.
cut that out. Shit.
I will. I'll cut it out.
So I was raised on American Muscle.
Mm-hmm.
His Camaro, when he had a Muncie 4-speed Rock Crusher M22 manual transmission.
That all means everything to me. That means things to me.
It means like 4,000 RPM at 65 miles per hour in fourth gear. It was like the legendary 4-speed from back in the day. It was in the Chevelles and the Camaros
Okay.
and Malibus, everything. Malibu's Chevelle, anyways. And he had like a mechanical cam 350 LT1, so that bitch revved to the moon and back, and it sounded like it had rod knock at idle. I just remember the very first time he had me work on the car, I got to push the clutch in and bump the starter with the valve covers off, so he could time the valve train and actually tighten down the lifters, because every like 2 weeks. And my mom got tired of it, and I think it was just because I got old enough to actually be able to push the heaviest clutch you've ever, still to this day, it's still heavy, push down ever. And like bump the starter so it'd be top dead center for each cylinder, and he could time it.
Mm-hmm.
And that started my love for car. I mean, he obviously was into cars. My dad got me into cars. My mom still loves cars, but he was the main focus, and American Muscle was my love.
What you grew up on.
I mean, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I liked American Muscle a lot as a kid just because it looked cool. Like I would watch like Horsepower TV or whatever the fuck it was on Speed TV in the mornings, and all of those different hot rod shows. But like I didn't have access to that in my real life at all. So
same. I had access to that growing up, and then it was like 10 years old, we like moved and just never got Speed TV back, and it was like always had the coolest stuff on there, but like 4x4 and stuff, which I never have gotten into, but they're cool.
It's okay.
Cool
we have
people.
YouTube now. I think we're like the best era of car enthusiasts. No, maybe not the best. We're the luckiest though, as far as having access to that shit, because like we did start out in an age where you had to have found the magazines, right?
It's true.
Um,
Yeah.
and there was no way to know every magazine. You know what I mean? Like
There were
you
so
had
many.
access. There were so many. Maybe like I first discovered Car and Driver at my dad's friend's shop. They had them in the living room, and I was
Oh,
pretty
okay.
late because I remember it was the E36 M3 debuting. So it was like 94, 95, 96, whatever. It was the mid 90s. I'm like 10, and I'm just now discovering car magazines, right? Um, but like we went from that to then having TV shows like on Speed TV,
Yeah.
to now
That was
having
the biggest
YouTube where
thing.
this is all on demand. Like there's no other generation that has had this much access to car media.
Motor Trend had that Black Friday sale where they're like $1 a month for access to our Motor Trend app, and I was like, "Bye!" Like that was
I messed up. I'm
too
paying for it.
easy. Yeah, damn. Yeah, Black Friday. I was like, actually, I know these things are worth it when it's Black Friday, so I got that. Downloaded the app, and I can't wait to start watching the stuff. My biggest thing, the first like show I saw was Jesse, the crazy tatted up guy that's like divorced 3 times.
Yeah.
Monster
Owens?
Garage.
Not Owens.
No,
But he was married to or not married. He dated Sandra Bullock.
no, he married. I don't know how, but like, good for him. It's
Pulled it
Sandra
off, huh?
Bullock.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it
Got
was
Auntie
Monster
Sandra.
Garage, and they had to build like the craziest thing in a certain amount of time. And I remember I would like beg my parents to let me stay up late past like 8 p.m. because it came on at 8:30. And whenever I
Right.
got to watch it, it was just like the cool. That was like what started the TV thing when I realized that it was like, holy crap, it's on TV. And then
It
they
was a
ended
really
Monster
cool
Garage, of
show.
course. Yeah.
Well, was that show before Pimp My Ride?
It was it was slightly before then. Pimp My Ride came out a year later. Don't ask
Okay.
me how I know
Okay.
that timeline, but like,
Because you
I
study this
definitely.
shit. You're a
No.
Pimp My Ride historian secretly, right? Like you just, nobody
I,
watches. There's
Pimp My
there's
Ride
no
is
viewers.
so
You can just tell
cool.
me.
I understand it now since I worked at like an audio shop. I was like, yo, they were doing the fire shit. Low key, West Coast Custom
Right.
has the shittiest wiring in the game.
I don't have any tea to sip, but
Confirmed.
confirmed. I bet
Confirmed.
they do, because you know what? There's a certain point where you get too big. I would imagine the amount of cars they have to get in and turn around and get back out. They're not doing great on every car. I can't imagine.
And I think at that thing they get so many high caliber cars like Rolls Royce, crazy Mercedes AMGs, Mercies. That's where I was going. That they just become normal cars to them, and so they keep the like quality across the board. And I don't know, I don't know how it is now, but like it's like in the industry, it's like
It's
but they still hot
questionable.
shit. Yeah, yeah.
I don't know a whole lot about that industry. For a moment there in life, I wanted a car with a system that bumped, but guess what?
Yeah.
I didn't even have a car, so.
You like fell to friends or something with like a couple 12s or something. And you're like, damn, because that started it for me. And then like we got to our shop car is like 2 15s and 5 batteries and a Toyota IQ, and it hurts, and it's beautiful.
I can imagine, and
it
it's
does
beautiful.
hair tricks. Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to get a mild setup in my E30. When I get out there to the West Coast, I'll probably be dragging that car, still not running behind me. But when I do start building it,
I got you.
I'm gonna want something reasonable. My car is a lightweight, fun, tossable car. I'd like to keep it that way. I'd like to be able to do a couple autocrosses. So I need like a subwoofer, one subwoofer that I can quickly unplug and take out of the trunk.
I got you. I'm doing like a single 8-inch in my 135 with quick disconnects and quick unmounting disconnects. So it's like you just take it out. And
perfect.
And
so yeah, you understand me. You're already like.
I have a 9-pound battery in my 135 to save like 42 pounds. So I'm all
42
about that
pounds.
I saved 42 pounds. The whole weight of the factory battery is like 56 pounds. Or that math don't add up, but like something around there.
Something in there. Right.
Basically,
I got you.
my battery right now is like 180 cold cranking amps, but it ain't cold here, so we're good.
So you're good, right? You're in Arizona. You're in Arizona. You don't need it.
It started in Canada, so.
then it passes the metal or passes
Yeah,
metal.
totally
I can't
didn't
believe
buy
you
it.
drove through Canada with that.
I totally didn't buy like a jump pack just in case at all. I totally did.
You know
Um,
better.
if you keep the radio on for 2 minutes afterwards, you get like the low battery warning, then it cuts all the accessories off. So it really be struggling. But BMW's smart enough to like cut you off.
Right.
If it's
Two
running, you're
minutes.
good. Yeah. Hi,
Wow. It's like you
Lauren.
get 1 or 2
Hi,
stars out of me.
Lauren. Yeah.
Lauren. Hi, Lauren. I don't know you, but hi, Lauren.
That is like my second family, and she's like my second sister all day
Bet.
long.
Hey, Lauren. Nice to
Yeah,
meet you. Elliot's doing an interview. You should stay and watch him. I'm grilling
it's
him.
true.
It's real
It's
hard.
true. You
Watch.
got
Let me
nothing
ask
else
him.
going
Let me
on.
ask him another really hard question.
All right.
Elliot, what do you drive now?
I currently drive a 2010 BMW 135i,
Mm-hmm.
full bolt on.
Full bolt
I
on and
Yeah,
54.
FBO. I have a 2006 E60 M5 with the V10, and I got an '06 Jetta 2.5 manual.
You have a Jetta?
Um, I do. I do. I kept that secret when I got rid of my GTI. I like went to a normal car. There's not a modification done to it.
Really?
Um, there's a stage 3 South Bend lightweight flywheel clutch in it, but I had that lying around. That's a whole different story.
It was just you
So
needed a clutch and that was the part you had?
yes,
Gotcha.
exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, that's like my daily. It's still up in Alaska. Both of them, the M5 and the Jetta R, because they drove the 135i down. I need to get them down here. I think February I'm going to drive the Jetta down. M5 is going to have to be shipped. I don't trust her.
Damn, that's sad.
At all. I love her, but I don't trust her.
But you don't trust her. It's a
No.
long ride. Yeah, yeah.
Canada? Damn. Oh yeah. Lauren's driving back up from probably Virginia. I think that's the state. Back to Alaska right now.
From Virginia? Fuck.
It might be wrong, but it's somewhere over there.
What is that, like a
She about
week-long
to
drive?
correct me. Straight up.
Like a week?
But that's what I drive. And then my fourth car, now that we're at this question, I've got a 1969 Buick Skylark 2-door hardtop, white leather interior that it's my project car I've had since I was like 17. And I've never driven it. It's never run, but it's like
But it will.
it's just something I can't get rid of. I can't get rid of it. And not that I'm trying to, it's one of those,
So
like
you
you're
gotta bring that down
30.
too. That's up in Alaska?
Yeah. That might stay there. We'll see.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, that's the one that's my classic that I've had. Had the engine rebuilt and have never started up since the engine's been rebuilt. And that was like years ago when I was like 18. And I remember getting the engine built, and I was like paying the local shop, which knew my parents, so it was okay, like weekly or bi-weekly with like my job. And I was like, okay, now do the valve job or whatever. And I was like, okay, now assemble it. And then they were working with me, and then I was like, it was just really cute how it does, like looking back.
That is cute, actually. I'm glad they did that for you.
Yeah, it was really cool. And it was over like 5 months that it got built, but they worked with me on it because they were just cool local people in Alaska.
Right. I mean, you were just a kid who didn't have a few
my
thousand to drop
like,
on that at once.
Yeah, straight up.
It's me. Can somebody do that for me for my E30? Because it's been down for several years now, and I miss him.
No. But you'll be dragging him around. You know it. That's like me and my Buick.
I'll be dragging him around. He'll get fixed soon. It's at this point the itch is enough to where I'm like, just throw a fucking stock M20 in there. Because half the reason why I was taking so long was because I was like, well, you might as well do a full blah blah blah, right? I was gonna do an M52. Actually, I was gonna do an S52. But then I was like, I need an S52 that's been rebuilt because I'm not just gonna toss one in there and then have to pull it back out anyway.
What if it happens to again? Yeah.
Right. So then, the cost in my head kept mounting and mounting and mounting. And so it just hasn't happened. Whereas what I should have done was just got me a fucking junkyard M20 or something like that. Had that bitch rebuilt. Or I guess I haven't
Yep.
even looked at mine. Maybe mine is rebuildable. And gone about my business.
Yeah. You'll get there though. I mean, putting
I
in the stock
will.
M20 is half the battle, and then once you do
We
that,
gonna see.
it's like you drive it once and you're like, damn, you know, just even getting it running. It's a car running and driving that you haven't had running and driving for a while. You're
Mm-hmm.
just like, damn, I'm
You
so
deserve the
done.
world.
Yeah.
You deserve the world. All right. Well, when I get it back up, it'll definitely make its debut at Pride of the Dragon.
Yes.
Fritz on the mountains again. God, I used to go on with my car club in California. We used to plan mountain runs all the time because the mountains are right there in Sacramento. And fuck. And I went out
They
there with
sure
my
are.
nice RSs. They were 16, so there wasn't a whole lot of sidewall there, but they were alright. They did alright.
Damn.
Just a fun little car, you know. Stock everything, and it's got a short shifter in there. Actually, it's a Z3
Yeah.
shifter, but it shifts short, so it works. And coilovers, and that's it. Nothing else.
That's all
Muffler
you need
delete.
on them.
That's all you
Ooh,
need.
muffler delete on any
Mm-hmm.
BMW is so good. Leave the resonators,
The straight six
y'all.
is so good. Oh, those burbles. Those burbles. And you get them out of the little ones, you get them out of the M20, you get them out of the big ones.
Yep.
Fuck.
BMW put in that little special sauce. Now they're getting
Little
into the pop
special
pops,
sauce.
which is like, I don't call the new burble tunes. They just like pop tunes, and no, I like a good burble, something that's not.
And I like a good natural burble. I don't want. And
Yeah.
I know it's too late. Like, we're here. We're in the era where people can computer tune the way your fucking car sounds and then pipe the engine through your speakers because you can't hear it for real anyway.
Oof. Yeah.
But, like, I don't like that shit.
Mm-mm.
I
It's
don't
like,
want
just
it.
give me the natural, like, come on, y'all. It's
Give me the
okay to lose
raw.
half 0.2 of a mile per gallon or whatever the fuck it's going to be. I see you
Right.
manufacturers. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
So,
let me ask you the next question. I hear your party is ramping up. The drinks are flowing and you need to catch up. All right.
on the
What is
countdown.
next in the garage? After you
What?
get the M5 down and realize, fuck this car, I got to sell it. What's next?
We're there. We're there. It's basically like there's a better selling margin here. Every time I drive it, though, it's just, I actually had a seller lined up in Alaska before I moved.
Yeah.
The car is cleaned out of all my stuff. I put the stock exhaust back on and put the stock set of wheels in it, the air filters. There's like an extra head unit in there for the iDrive that I just never installed for like 4 years. It was ready to sell, and then the guy backed out on it. So now it's ready to ship, which is, I guess, cool. All my stuff's out of it. It's clean.
Right.
If I get it down here,
and you can sell it for a little more here.
Yeah, and so I think I'll get it down here, get my loan paid off because I owe nothing on it. I've had it almost 5 years. That's wild. And I really want to get into a newer Camaro, like a 18, 19, 20 Camaro SS1LE, something with a warranty. I realize I'm hard on my shit, too hard, and like, look at the 135, and I need to get something with a warranty that I can track. So it's either going to be an SS1LE or like a used M2 before the comp with the N55, because I don't need all that power. I don't need all that weight. The shit adds like 160 pounds, the new M comp.
Oh,
I mean, it's also got like...
I don't know anything about the new BMWs because I hate them. So you're teaching me.
Well, so the M2 is like the only alright one. And I've driven my friend's M55 manual, and it was beautiful. 380 horsepower. That's all you need. And you just have fun with it. And the M55 doesn't break because it's not an S motor. So I'm like... like... It's either going to be a Camaro with a warranty or an M2, a used one.
I like the 1LE a lot.
I do
like
too.
There's a little that has the track in mind, you know?
Yeah, and their warranty covers it if it fails on track. You can blow a motor, something like that. So it covers it.
You got to go with that one.
Yeah. The M2 is the only N55 engine that like has an oil pan that's rated to handle 1.2 consistent Gs.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, they've got 2 pumps in the oil pan. So, it's like, that one won't blow. I don't know. We'll see. I'll have to drive them back to back when the time comes, and then figure out what I
and
want
then
to
go
put into
from
the
there.
stable. Yeah.
And then goodbye to the M5. You know, the M5, the E60 M5 is fucking nuts. I mean, it's a V10 in a fucking family sedan. Like, that's all you need to know. If I told anyone this without a brand and without them having to look at the thing,
Yeah.
what car person wouldn't want to drive that? But
And it, ugh,
I
like
want an M6, and I want the V10
everybody
M6,
does.
and I want it with a manual. And I know like 3.5 of them exist, and one of them is mine.
Very
For
cool.
as long as I can stand it, because I'm gonna get tired of fucking rod bearings and every fucking thing else
There
going
was
bad.
a friend of mine up in Alaska. He had an M6 SMG, but he got it with like 36,000 miles on it.
Okay.
And then he sent it down to this guy called Troy Jupp. He's like our engine building guy. Like he builds these V10s. He put a 5.2 stroker in it, which brought the horsepower from 500 up to like 620 NA horsepower. Sent it back
Because
up.
it needed more. Okay.
Never enough. And
There's a point where there's enough. Go ahead.
never. And he wrecked it like 4,000 miles later, driving it in the wintertime. This was like 2 months ago. And I saw it on Copart, and I messaged him. I was like, why the fuck did you tell me this shit's on Copart? Like, sorry, PG-13 people, but
It's okay.
like,
We said they fucking at least 8 times.
Oh yeah, thanks, vodka. So I was just mad at him because I was like, before I went to Copart, we should have like swapped engines. I would have like, because that engine right there in itself is like $22,000.
He didn't part it out or anything. He sent it to
No,
Copart as is.
he didn't tell me that shit. Anyways, big mood. I was like, I could have used your throttle
Somebody
body actuators.
fucking
I
came
need those.
up on Copart though. Somebody
Honestly,
came up.
it's somewhere in Alaska. I moved, so it's not my deal anymore. But like, I was like, bro, I could have stolen so much shit off of that. Like,
that sucks.
And just replaced it
your
with
own
one
friends. You see how he betrayed you? It'd be your own friends. You know what I mean? Like,
damn, I need Chevy friends. Yeah. So we'll see.
Chevy friends would have never done that to you. That's
I
a
also grew
BMW
up
friend
on
thing.
Chevy, obviously on my dad's Camaro thing. So I'm like,
Yeah.
Chevy and BMW and all that shit. Ford's okay now, but they're not.
I'm still not ready to let go of BMW myself. I still got a couple more I gotta own, but
yeah,
there's definitely a Impala SS in my future. There's 5,020%. 5,020%.
yeah.
There's 5,020%. Some box Chevy situation. I don't know if I'm probably just gonna be like a Caprice Coupe, but it's gonna be built like Tyrese had in one of the Fast and Furiouses.
You gotta put like 4s or 6s on it. I want like a 90s Impala SS that I can just put 26s on, dump it low, and then just put a cam in. Yeah, I need something with just big old wheels on it. And then put a cam in it, and you just.
That's a perfect car for it, because they tuck in that car too. Oh yeah,
they tuck so good in the rear. Oh my god, a little wet over here.
Just a little. Let me get some napkins out the glove compartment.
You always gotta keep them napkins.
Okay, we're gonna race each other to the Impala. That's our race.
Deal.
Who gets an Impala SS on stupid wheels first?
Stupid wheels.
I mean, they don't have to be stupid, but like I'm envisioning mine being like you said, huge, fucking chromy, big ass lip in the back. I mean,
I'm getting that $100 bill picture. I'm getting that put the $100 bill on the lip.
Yes.
Take a picture.
Okay.
Or
fucking
$1
lay
bill,
a venti Starbucks cup across that bitch. Deep. Okay. Oh, it's gonna be ridiculous. It's gonna be ridiculous. Probably won't steer worth shit, but who cares?
No, they float. But you just
let it be. Let it be.
Yeah.
Let it be. Oh, I can't wait. All right. What's next? I don't know why you moved down to Arizona. Besides, you're probably just sick of being in Alaska. You wanted to change. But did you go for a career or anything? Specific career?
I did not.
What's up, Tehran?
Oh, girl.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, never mind. That's not me. I see now. I still work in Alaska.
Mm-hmm.
So I commute every 2 weeks back to Juneau, Alaska.
Oh yeah, you
Work for
did tell
two
me.
weeks up on a mountain. I work as a chemist at a gold mine. And
I did not. You're a fucking you fucking scientist. Wow.
I've been there for 2.5 years. And
Yeah.
damn, thank you, Katie. Oh, Katie, I love you. I can't wait for you to get down here. It's like my best friend up there.
Hi, Katie.
I love you. She's cute too. Go stalk. So she, so I've
Oh wait, I
worked.
can't do it right now. I'm gonna stalk later.
It's true. So I've always paid for my flights from like Anchorage to there, and I was like looking
Yeah.
at moving down here, and it was like $100 difference in flight, and I was like, why am I
That's it.
still up here? Why am I only driving my
Yeah.
cars? Like the M5 doesn't get driven in the wintertime. It has a couple times, but that's before they put rocks down and stuff, just because you got
Right.
it.
Right. Right.
Um,
Just a little hoon, a slight,
just
little
right. But
hoon
then
before it gets put away.
nobody in Alaska drives their car in the winter. So came down here for cars. I want to be in it. I want to join the industry more. I want to get to this unique upholstery is a local shop here that I really want to work for. They work on Ferraris, they work on boats, they work on the big
bad.
freight liners that tow the boats, speedboats and stuff like that.
Unique.
Yeah.
I'm gonna at them. Tell me their Instagram. Send me their Instagram. I'm gonna at them.
Their Instagram's unique upholstery. I'll at you.
I'm gonna clip this. All right, bet. I'm gonna clip
turns
this.
out they're right down the street from me, off of Elliot Road.
Hello, it's meant to be.
It's meant to be, and they work on this. They need a stitcher. I've never done stitching really on leather. I've done like 50 leather interiors at my other job. Yeah, I need to learn first, but I was just like, damn, I want to work there full time and be here full time, and they've got like benefits, so it's like a good company.
Nice.
So yeah.
Yeah, you're in a good place for it.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so I don't know. I just always assumed that car people in the winter would somehow make their way into being into like 4x4s and stuff like that. Is that the winter is so bad that you can't even like get into just like being into trucks in the winter?
There's bro trucks everywhere. Like everyone likes Chevrolet SS's and Trailblazers. That's like every hockey bro has one of those, and they're all clapped. And so like people are like, oh, Chevy SS, and I'm like, okay. Everyone gets into snow machines and shit like that. Everyone gets sleds, and they just get a shitty truck or towed on a trailer or something. And
some dog is really struggling right now.
They have two dogs. They're large. They're huge. They're massive.
Yeah, mastiffs.
They're just fluffers. I'll send you a picture later. You can put them in.
Okay. Perfect. I will.
They so that's what people get into up there. The 135 I still gets driven in the winter. It's clear broad. It's all that shit.
Nice.
But yeah, nobody really. And then there's Subaru bros everywhere. So that's half the community up there.
Just wasn't really your scene.
No.
I get that.
Not really BMW and stuff. So I just really moved down here for cars, car shows, getting into the industry more. I would love to do that.
I'm proud of you. It's good that you made a move towards that, because a lot of people would have just like sat up there and bitched that it wasn't happening in their area, or wouldn't have even tried to start it in their area. You were like, fuck this, I'm going to where the action is. And I feel it.
They still like that.
I know.
Thank you. And I'm just like, I really want to get the 135i. The goal for it is to get the Jetta down here and then get an angle kit on the 135 and go drifting with it and actually get into drifting, get into Pro-Am, Pro Comp. We haven't talked about drifting. I know how you feel. And go up through the ranks and stuff.
I'm happy for you.
And there's so many people up there. We had like our first drifting event at the end of summer after I moved ever.
Aww.
And I was like, that sucks. It's every weekend here, losers. Like,
that's
and
true.
You
still
drive 800 miles round trip for that shit too. So in Alaska, I was like, no thanks.
No thanks.
I'll just move
to Arizona, where
bougie.
I remember in Cali, there was always like amateur drift events and stuff like that. If you were into it, it was out there for you.
that's the thing is that there's amateur drift events. I've
Mm-hmm.
only I've slid in the M5 tons of times on pavement. The 135i needs a real mechanical LSD to feel the same.
Right.
But I just want to start getting into it. I really like it. It's fun. It's so much fun. You know, you can't say that drifting isn't fun.
I've started learning, or I can't say like it's current, but I started learning how to drift in Gran Turismo Sport, which everyone says isn't the best for drifting physics, but it's what I had.
But yeah.
And it was fun. I'm still really bad at it in the game. And I know not a whole lot of it is going to translate well to real life. I've never tried it in real life.
Yo,
But
there's
one day I'll have to.
There you go. There's one guy who came from Xbox who is like now in FD, Formula Drift, the highest rank for that, who started in Xbox and like worked his way up, got into real drifting in real life, and like is doing it, and he's doing good. And he's got an RB26 or 25, I think, that's built out and bored out or something like that, in a 240, I think it is, or an S14, and like he's doing it, and he's got
dope.
style, and like that sounds like, I forget his name, but I was like, you do you, bro, like
you do you,
because I want to be you, yeah.
That's it. It's just like there's a balance when you watch people and you admire people. You have to watch without getting jealous. You have to watch without getting impatient and being like, fuck, I wish I was where you were right now. And then you fuck up and you take shortcuts or you get discouraged. But like,
oh yeah, like
it's so good to just have someone to like look up to. Just gotta watch out for that.
It's cool to see him like do it, and I just want to start. You know.
All right, Elliot Dorifto. Do you have a PlayStation?
I don't. I have Xbox.
Why are you like
I
this?
know. I see you. I don't even have a TV yet. I have like not furnished my place at all, so that's my excuse.
Okay. Well, at some point you're gonna get a PlayStation. Duh. And we're gonna fire up. We're gonna fire up either Assetto Corsa or Gran Turismo 4, and we're gonna drift together. We're gonna stream it live, even if it takes a long time for me to convince you to get a PlayStation, because I'm not getting.
Okay, because I'm like Forza like 2 on up, and like Forza Drift has been my ish forever. I own them Manjis, and like So
then you might be able to convince me, but we'll see.
Bill's my neighbor, and I think he has his PlayStation, so we might be able to make this happen sooner than later.
Make it happen.
So yeah, okay. I know he doesn't use it. Yeah, exactly.
Let me know. I want to start doing like little fun things, like off-roading in Grand Theft Auto and shit with all the gays.
Oh, that's true.
I'm gonna do it. Do I have another question for you? I do. I got one more question for you. All right. If you could take any car to PatD, money, availability, or even the fact whether it's actually a production car or not, doesn't matter. If it's available to you, you can have whatever you want. What car would you take?
Lexus LFA. I know I just posted about it.
You did just post about it.
That and the Ferrari F12 have been my like gold supercars for when I'm like, I don't know, 40 or 50, 40 maybe. 40, have always been my like, because I love V10s, obviously. Got that M5, and it's always been my dream car. And seeing for the first time in person that car, like I immediately knew, like, can you like, gosh. I thought about like a
you
convertible.
Can't find the words.
I thought about like a convertible Mercy or a Gallardo with a straight pipe or something, just to get that feeling there with all the exhaust bouncing off. But that LFA would just be
the LFA would
best.
Be it. Yeah,
it would be it. I mean, it's an LFA. There's only 500 made, and
I have yet to see one. It's
always been my dream car. I couldn't believe it. Bill was like, "Oh, I think there's like an LFA," and this thing was like, we're yeeting right the fuck over there, snagged the wheel, and we went inside, and he was like, "Can I help you?" And I was like, "Where's the LFA?"
Where is it? Show it to me now. Bring me to your LFA.
The salesman was cute, but I was like, "Where's the LFA?" Like, and we went straight over. Yeah, it was beautiful. So
I love it.
I would bring that.
I would like to see it.
Yes.
So when you're 40, we're gonna say 40, maybe earlier. I'm gonna show up and just like make it a surprise. Like, don't even tell me what you're bringing, because you know I always ask people, "What are you bringing to PatD?" Like, tell me it's a surprise, or lie to me.
Yeah,
Lie to me,
I'll lie.
and then just show up with the LFA.
If you like,
And
this is how it's gonna go down. You're like, okay, we're meeting at the Tail of the Dragon gift shop there at this. I'm gonna roll through 2 minutes later, screaming by in an LFA and just like look over at you, and then I'll come back and then I'll park and I'll be like, Miley, what's good?
Miley, what's good?
That's how it's gonna go down. Or I'll just do like a burnout and
Wow.
just look over at you, just roasting the tires.
I'm
You know, who
already
knows?
so offended.
There's so
I'm
many
so offended already.
ways to be bougie and gay. Don't come in,
Bougie
Ken.
and gay in an LFA
Yeah. Ooh.
at PatD. That
That'll
doesn't
work.
rhyme, but you know, we'll workshop it. We'll workshop it.
We'll workshop it.
Elliot, let me let you get back to your people. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you.
I gotta. Well, actually, I have. Oh shit! I gotta get inside, and I have a race to commentate on in less than an hour. So I will look
Oh,
at
that's
this
right.
again though sometime tonight, and hopefully have it all edited and released and shit way quicker than I had Jeff's.
There you go.
But
Right.
thank you. You're so cute.
Thank you so
Look
much.
at you.
You're so cute. Look at you. Look at them
I know.
braids.
They're locks,
Dreads?
actually.
Okay,
They're,
okay.
yeah.
There they are.
They're
As soon
a
as they said,
little
I was
over
like,
a year
wait.
old.
Oh. Yeah, this hair is like it's
It's
too
way
long.
longer than last time I saw it. You know, I love it.
You know Travis Andresen, right?
I
He's
don't
coming
know
to
him
visit.
personally, but yes, I know
He's
the
coming to
name.
visit tomorrow, and he's telling me that we're like cutting it off. So we shall see if that happens or not. I don't think so.
I'm going to DM him. I'm going to cuss him out in the DMs. Cuss him out in the DMs.
I need that. All right. Well, it has been a pleasure talking to you. I got it back. Like my drink's empty, and
Yeah. No, you have to
this
catch up.
hot guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll talk to you later. This has been amazing.
Thank you. I'll see you in April.
I'll see you in April. Fuck you. It's Big Pop there. I don't want to pass him. Ooh, get it. Get that scratch. Oh yeah, that's that good shit. So, dude, you like N54s?